behind Camp A today, where I'm wanting to dispose of a couple of dead trees right here on the edge. There's a group of 5 here, and 2 on the end are gone to the right. The other 3 are going, but they'll probably be here for another year. You can see all those pine cones on there, and supposedly when this tree starts throwing cones, it's saying it's ready to move on and leave its youngins behind. So this group has been slowly dying over the last, I don't know, probably 8-9 years. We've already had half of them removed professionally, and I'm hoping I can get these 2 on the right. The kicker though is that this tree that I'm looking on cutting right first is leaning quite a bit in the wrong direction. I don't want it to go to the left, I want it to go to the right, because over here on the left we have the garden and all that stuff. And so I'm hedging my bet a little bit, I hope. Tossing a line up there, throwing an anchor to it. And once I get the cut to a certain point, I'll get in the truck and give her some gas and hopefully haul it over the other way. Okay, 1 down, 1 to go, right where I wanted it. All right, I got my rope tied on this second tree, and I have my notch cut. I do not have a back cut done. I didn't do a back cut on the other one. I just gave it a nudge with the truck and it came over. So let's see what happens with this one. I'll just give it a little nudge if it comes. If it doesn't, I'll come give it a back cut. And I have my lovely spotter down here. Maybe she can take a video and see if it comes down. That term life insurance policy we've had on me since the kids were little, was that expired last year or this year?
I think it's this year, so you still have time.
Oh, okay. Well, then, hey. Holding firm?
Yeah, looks like it.
Okay, it needs a little more cut. That'll convince it. There we go. Ordinarily, I'd say in the wintertime, at the end of January, there is no way you'd want to drive the truck down there, 2-wheel drive truck, but even 4-wheel drive I think could be prone to making a mess of muck and mud. But this year, it's been unseasonably dry for the last 3 weeks or so. Crisp and cold at night and in the mornings, and mostly sunny during the day. There was a period of a few weeks that was dry, but it was damp and foggy all day. Wouldn't want to do it then either because the grass would be full of dew. But yeah, this was a perfect day. And then we're supposed to head into foggy day again for a couple of days and then into some rain. So it might have been our only window this winter to do that. There's actually 4 more trees in this grouping behind the house. We hate to see them go, but kind of have plans for planting some colorful fall foliage back here behind Camp A. An awful lot of trees nearby are doing this, and we're not sure why. I'd probably go down and talk to Starker Forest. A lot of them on our lot are doing it, like a lot of the trees on the back side of our lot here. This won't get you close enough, but they're throwing cones up at the top there. And even our beloved 3 sentinels back there, the 3 big ones, are throwing cones. And so we're a little worried about, obviously we got plenty of forest around us, but we'd hate to see the 3 sentinels go. That'd be really sad. These 2 over here to the left, they sort of stand watch over Dad's resting place. We'd hate to have them go. And down here on the back side, Some of these are throwing cones too. So, I don't know, 5 years from now it could look real different out here. Well, let's see if I can get swung around here and get enough momentum to get up past Camp A and do all that without tire spinning. Nope, not gonna do her. I think this is probably the worst rig for off-roading that I've ever been in. Dad used to think so too. It used to be his truck, but I don't know if it's the tires or what it is. But let's get another little straight-on run at that, see if we can't do a better job. If not, we'll have to go out around the front of the house. All right, let's try again. Here we go. Yo-ho! A little mighty momentum will work wonders. Well, thank you, Ed, for the load of wood chips from the Blueberry Farm. And we are loading them up and spread them out. Come on down here where you can not have the sun in your eyes. And so the main batch of raspberries down the middle, I'm piling some on either side. So this batch is for the raspberries, and then we'll do the blackberries. I might have to go back. They say that too many prunes will make you run. But in the case of these trees, they don't have a lot of choice. They gotta sort of sit there and take it. And this year, this apple tree got a pretty heavy pruning. You can see this one next to it has not yet been done. And I've been whittling away on some of the smaller trees down there. But in the case of this tree, I'm kind of excited for this tree. We don't really like the apples on this tree. It's a king apple, K-I-N-G. It grows great big green apples, huge apples, but they're kind of soft and not all that great inside. And we don't get a whole lot of them. So a couple of years ago, Ed Radke helped me graft a couple of three new ones on here that actually took. One is this guy here. You can see the little white band around where the graft was. Kind of used a little latex paint to seal that up. And we didn't tag them at the time, so I'm not sure. We'll just have to wait and see if they bear what kind of variety they are. He brought over about a half dozen varieties that day. And the next graft is right here, right alongside of here. And for now, I'm letting that be. But you can see I've done quite a bit of heavy pruning around it to give these new grafts room to go. And then the other one is this one here. And I took out a fairly big branch to allow this to really do some filling in. So in the meantime, we'll continue to have the king apple trees on some of the other limbs, and but really favor elbow room for those new grafts. It's February 5th, and here's what's cooking at the farm. We're hardly cooking. More like freezing. But ain't it purty? Poor cold old truck sitting over there. Little Hummer come in from the cold. Doesn't this tree look like it could be out of a monster movie or something? Where trees come to life? Those long, creepy green arms. Gateway to the Moss Forest. We're here near Marcola, Oregon, which is in the foothills of the Cascades, a little bit northeast of Eugene. Very well taken care of bridge, which is maybe why they call it earnest. Quite earnest. This is the Mohawk River. One window in the bridge. Wendling Bridge, also near Marcola. We just had lunch at probably one of two establishments in Marcola. The other would be the market. Well, look at the red twins. Actually, make that one more. Yeah. We're out chasing covered bridges today. Down in the south of us a little bit. And we found this one. Nelson Mountain Bridge, built in 1928. See-through bridge?
A little bit.
Well, not much. Got a couple little windows here, huh?
Yeah.
Huh. All set in this really pretty little valley. We have bridge number 2 for the day. Deadwood Bridge. Outside the whoppingly big community of Deadwood, which I think is would make a 7-Eleven look big, kind of little country store. Welcome to Deadwood.
Yeah.
That kind of has the feel of the Old West, doesn't it?
That's it.
It looks like we got windows out to one side. I guess they only want to look in one direction here. This bridge serves a little bitty dirt road. It's amazing that there's a structure like this. Well maintained too, just serving this little bitty dirt road. Notice the tilt on the deck of this bridge.
Huh?
It's angled this way. Bridge number 3, Wildcat Bridge. On the Siuslaw River. This is Wildcat Creek. Coming under the bridge. Again, windows on one side. And right here is the confluence of Siuslaw River and Wildcat Creek. Coyote Creek Bridge. Crossing, you'll never guess what. Coyote Creek. No windows on this one. Frosty morning here at the farm. Had the car out last night. Kenny was changing oil in the garage. Now it's our turn to change oil, but well, this is the skylight in our bathroom, which will probably give you a little bit of clue of what's going on today. Not quite fit for barbecue. And when you're retired without too many places to have to go, a snow day is always a good day. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Looks like a couple inches anyway. We're out walking in a mostly melted forest. At least it is on the trees already. A little left in shady areas like this, but it's nice. Crunchy. Elk crossing. I guess we disturbed the day. I think those are Roosevelts. Let's see if they'll stick around. They're kind of curious about us. Not that curious though. We're out of here.
I bet they're having a cow.
I bet they're having a cow. There they are. Hi, everybody. How you doing?
I didn't see a bull in there.
Well, there's a lot of horns going on.
Spike.
Thanks for showing up.
Alright,
Well, here we are. We got a new room we're trying out at the Silver Surf. It's got a bedroom, and that's Kenny's bedroom.
Yep, this is
Out
Right.
here. And this kind of looks like our traditional room, although it's done up a lot nicer. But usually there's a bed in here. Kind of looks like a remodeled kitchen. without doors, but I guess I can live with that. And of course, the main attraction at the Silver Surf always is this. Stormy day, but still nice to sit inside and look out at. And then, hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah. And then over here, on this side, it actually has two full baths. A little bit of a short hall here with a dresser. We could move in here for a while.
Right.
And then the master boudoir. This is going to be nice. Very nice. And, like they say, I think this is the highest that I've ever seen the sand level in front of the Silver Surf. You can just walk from the sand right up here. Usually there's a little cliff there by the benches, but you can just walk right up there now. There's usually about a 6-7 foot cliff there. Back in 2017 in the Redneck garage, a heavy extension cord came out of this plug and busted it. And I finally got around to replacing it today. Here's what the old one looked like. Obviously only one has been functional all that time, but wouldn't you think it warranted replacement sooner than 8 years later? Maybe so. But here we are, finally, better late than never. You might not know it now, but we've had a few days of some powerful rain. And the hillside is good and soaked up. And I wanted to show you right here, sometimes what happens when it rains a lot. Right here in the middle of the hillside, we got a little spring of water coming out in the middle of the hill. And it flows down, kind of gains momentum, and goes right across into the garden there. You see all that shiny spot across the gravel driveway, and all this water down in here on the surface. And right behind the truck, we got a lot of it kind of coming down and collecting right here in the ditch. And it'll either go, this is kind of the high point, it'll either go that way or split and come towards me. And when it comes towards me, some of you may remember we put in a French drain a couple of years ago right along the driveway. And it runs across the barn drive here. All the way down through target practice and lets out right about here, and you can see a little bit of a river, so it's doing its job. I've been pleased with that ever since we opened it up. And then it continues to run down right alongside the utility trailer there. You may remember the goal of that whole drain was to keep the water from crossing the driveway, running into the backyard, and kind of flooding into the septic tank over here as groundwater. We have quite the flow coming into the duck pond. We don't have any ducks, but that's kind of always true. Quite the outflow too. Ooh, look at her go. This time of year, this little valley right here behind the barn gets really soggy. It starts off with the curtain drain from the septic system that we reworked the outlet for this fall, and you can see it's just straight uphill there where those two metal fence posts are, the red posts, and it comes kind of straight down here, and by here it's starting to be standing water as it finds little pockets as it's still heading downhill pretty quickly, but then it heads, kind of cuts the corner right through the vineyard and makes it real soggy this time of year. So we're about to go in and start pruning soon, and so we'll be sloshing around here, and gosh, you can see it running like a creek. Comes out of the ground here, goes back underground, comes out of the ground here, and then running over ground from there. After about 3 or 4 days of nasty sideways rain, we're having a really nice day today. And I'm just up collecting the game cam on the one side of the pasture, and notice that Molly the mole has been working really overtime this winter, going and going and going. Little patch over here too. I think she's going for Employee of the Month.
Hello.
Get him, Pepper. Get him, good girl. Get him. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Get him.